Korea is based on group society, so you follow the strict rules and think about others more. That makes you not to express yourself more than Western society. Western society, you have more individual freedom of expression, but there's a lack of strict rules. There's nothing wrong about that. You can learn from each other. But where I felt it strongly, I was at a bus terminal, waiting for a bus at a bus terminal in Canada, and I got a dick pic. That never happened in Korea. You know that iPhone has an airdrop? I asked other ladies, normal ladies get the dick pics from Snapchat. Some weirdos in the dark and think, she's gonna like it. Long range missile. Mine was airdrop, short range, bazooka. I got something from my buddy. He left. I was waiting for a bus. I got a vibration in my pocket. Ding, 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 ding. What the hell? What is this? I took it out. There's a dick there. When you see something so unexpected, you're just looking at it for a while. Like you're looking at the universe, trying to figure something out. I said, what the hell? This is a dick. Who sent me this dick pic? I look around, there's a ladies. This lady is not gonna send me a dick pic. I look at this corner room, there's like guys, black, brown, white, Asian. I try to match the dick, Not that dark, not black. Not a lot of bushes, not Asian. Asian bushes, defense mechanism, Not that many veins, not the muscular guy, So I was looking around, and I look at the corner room, there's a guy in the dark. Only his shoulders puff out. Those shoulders, the pervert, That's the guy who sent me a dick pic. How did I know that? I took a closer look, right? It's a very long, slim, slim shady, and wound like a road sign. And he was standing exactly where the dick was pointing at. I was so disgusted, but amazed by his creativity. I did what I could do. I used a Photoshop, fixed the dick. Trimmed the hair, erased the mole, put a beauty filter, and sent it back to him. It's like, oh shit! He was surprised because when I sent it to him, he knew that it was from me. Because when I finished the job, I put made in Korea. You're gonna mark it, pendant. My logo. Little kimchi, spice pepper. Just imagine you got your dick back. And there's spiced chili and kimchi on it. Man, that's an honor. Insane honor. Man. Sure. Yeah, my English is getting better, because I talk a lot every day. Just talk. How you practice English? Back in the days though, like when I first came, I couldn't even say a word. When your language is bad, you put yourself in a trouble a lot, right? I went to the court for the first time in my life. Court. It wasn't like I was doing something intentionally. I couldn't understand the sign on a highway. I was speeding on a highway. Because there's a sign, it says 120, 140, 150. And it's speeding fine, right? Speeding fine. All I know about the fine back then was, I'm fine, thank you. So I was going so hard. Speeding is fine? Tokyo Drift. I don't give a fuck. Few minutes ahead of siren ring. I said, oh my god. I stopped the car. Cop came next to me and got so mad. Hey, do you know I stopped you? I said, I'm sorry. He goes, you're speeding, man. He gave me a heist, like the fine. On the 120, 140, I got the highest one. Obviously, I was doing a good job. And I was like, Canada is a great place. And 2 weeks later, I found out there was fucking fine, man. I went to the court first time. there's like the lady, white lady is just looking down at me. And I was going, Mr. BONGGUN Kim? Didn't even know how to pronounce my name. But I didn't want to get more fun. I said, thank you. You know what they say? They're going to say, how do you want to defend yourself? Last chance, right? What are you going to say? Can I decrease my fine, right? But back then, I was really nervous. My English was bad. I said, can I get a discount? And Georgie looked at me, how much? Oh my God. I was like, right? I said, $10? And she goes, 80. I said, 70? Try to cut the cost, right? And she said, you want to go back to 280? I said, no, thank your majesty. And she goes, no, it's your honor. You know? I said, no, it's my honor. Arigato. They kicked me out. Boom. I paid the whole fine. Things are really like, hard back then. It was really difficult. If you don't speak the language and you feel like you cannot do anything. But this is like, I had a spirit. Spirit of immigrants. Yes. You gotta survive no matter what. You're gonna survive. There's no back down from this decision. You go back, you die. So even though I wasn't like really speaking English, but I started working, I still remember the first workplace I worked was at this Indian restaurant called Tim Hortons. I'm like, is this a little Mumbai? And the coffee tastes like chai. Indians can laugh at that, okay? Enjoy your time. It used to be a Filipino restaurant 10 years ago. And 10 years ahead, it was a Korean restaurant. So now it's your time. Enjoy. It was so hard though. Every Saturday, that was my shift, Saturday morning. Saturday morning is the hardest shift at Tim Hortons because all these ladies get fucked up on a Friday night. Drunk so much and come into store with a huge dark circles like a pandas. Every time, excuse me, can I get a donut please? I'm like, what? I couldn't understand because they're mumbling, But even though they're mumbling, I even want to understand them mumbling. So every break time, I was trying my best to learn English from Disney books. Yes. Easy book, easy English, right? And this is what I learned. When you export books from the Western country to Korea, book name changes. For example, The Little Mermaid. In Korea, we call it Human Fish Princess. Straightforward, Asian style. Sleeping Beauty, Lazy White Woman. Let's go, yes. The Pinocchio, Dildo Face. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Harvey Weinstein. You're gonna like the last one. 101 Dalmatian is a big dinner. That's a great joke. It took me 5 days to finish that shit. I mean the joke, not the food. Too long all the time, 5 days.